Part 1. I took the blame to protect my sister. Sometimes, life puts you in situations where you're forced to choose between yourself and someone you love. This is the story of how I took the blame for something I didn't do, just to protect my younger sister, and it changed my entire life. I was already struggling. I was married to a strict, controlling man. We were very poor. I had 2 small children and was expecting my third. My husband's salary was barely enough to feed us. I did sewing work for women in the village just to get by. Then one day, I received a call from my aunt. I'll never forget her words. She said, "Your mother kicked your little sister out of the house." My heart dropped. My sister was only about 12 years old, a child. I begged my husband to take me to my aunt's house to find her and help fix the situation. But when I reached my mother's home and pleaded with her to take my sister back, she refused. I begged and cried, but she was firm. My husband didn't want my sister in our house either. He said we didn't even have enough for our own children. And he was right, we didn't. But I couldn't leave my sister out on the streets. So I begged him, and eventually, he allowed her to stay. But from that day on, he treated me like I had committed a crime. He shouted at me, insulted me, blamed me for everything. Every time there wasn't enough food, every time something went wrong. He reminded me that I brought another mouth to feed into the house. But I didn't care. I worked even harder. I continued sewing clothes, whatever little I earned. I used to buy food and pay for my sister's school. I never wanted her to feel unwanted or unloved. As she grew older, around 14 or 15, she developed an interest in poetry. She had a young cousin, about her age, who used to send her poetry. Some were romantic, some were just for fun, but all of it was harmless. They used my phone to exchange messages, because my sister didn't have her own. One day, a message came through, a piece of poetry, and my husband saw it. He exploded. He didn't ask questions. He didn't give me a chance to explain. He immediately assumed the messages were for me, that I was having an affair with my own nephew. He screamed at me. He beat me. He insulted me in the worst ways possible. He called the boys' father and humiliated them too. And I stayed quiet, because if I told the truth, if I said the messages were for my little sister, it would have ruined her reputation. People would have talked about her, judged her, labeled her. So I took the blame. I let my husband believe I was guilty. From that day forward, life became a living hell. The beatings got worse. The insults never stopped. He started looking at me like I was dirt. He reminded me every day of what he thought I had done. Eventually, he left us, just disappeared. He left me, my 3 small children, and my sister alone. No income, no support, no protection. I was broken, but I couldn't afford to fall apart. My children needed me. My sister needed me. And that's where the next chapter of my story begins. Stay tuned for part 2, how I survived after he left us.